Hi, Frank.
Hello, Krisha.
Hello.
Here we are again.
We're here again.
In Studio B.
Yeah, I appreciate the quick relocation. All the work times. This cuts down my travel time just a little bit.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah. Did you notice that's right here on my mantle is the gift that you gave me?
I did.
Yeah.
Is it in the shop?
It is.
Oh, it's the
snow globe.
The Sunsphere snow globe.
Sunsphere snow globe.
I'm very fond of the Sunsphere.
I'm too.
You know, I mean, it's not a plug or anything, but I work in a little part-time work for a radio station that's in the Sunsphere. They recently they're still building out the studios and everything, but that's where their offices are.
Yeah, but you can't go up in it right now. It's technically closed to the public.
Well, I mean, I can.
You can. I can't.
It was cool.
Yeah. Hi, we're Krisha and Frank. You can find all things Krisha and Frank at krishaandfrank.com. Also, our new affiliate program, getamazonmusic.com/Krisha and Frank. I love Amazon Music. You use Amazon Music. Your whole family uses Amazon Music.
The boys, the 7-year-old, the 5-year-old, and the 3-year-old use it. That's just fantastic.
So you can go get a 30-day free trial, and again,
I mean, they use it to torture each other to see who can get Baby Shark or Bon Jovi. I mean, it's usually the battle of the wills, but it's interesting.
But yeah, you get a 30-day free trial, and then you can decide to keep it after that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So please do and use our code to get. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah. So what you been up to?
Well, I've been keeping busy with all of our different activities. We've had a lot of work done at the house. Mm-hmm. We've been trying to figure out there's things that have long overdue.
Right.
Long overdue, and we did some refinancing on the mortgage so that we could finally pay for some of these long overdue repairs. We had a guy come to the house.
That's what you do when you're empty nesting. I feel like once you empty
absolutely.
nest,
There's no
that's what
question
you
about
do.
it. But we had a guy come to clean the gutters, and the Ukrainian guy came over to clean the gutters. Now my neighbor said, "Call the Russian guy." I'm like,
Russian guy?
Say to him, I'm trying to tell him some Russian that I know. He's like, "What are you talking about? He's Ukrainian."
Oh.
So I'm sorry. So the Ukrainian guy cleans the gutters, gives me a good deal. Ivan the Ukraine.
Nice.
He gives me a cheap deal on the gutters, but he's telling me, "Man, you got problems." He's trying to tell me he had to call his son and tell his son in Ukrainian so that his son could then call me
and tell you
and tell me in English that I was in deep trouble gutter-wise.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
The fascia boards, the gutters, the roof. I was in big trouble, and it was long overdue. So things happened. We refinanced the house. We took the money from pulled the money out of the mortgage, whatever you do, and we got a roof, and we got gutters, and we got gutter guards. And I think I told you last week that the gutter man was just so deeply touched that I will die before his gutters need to be replaced. He was so glad that his gutters will outlive me. It was deeply emotional.
That's what you want in your gutter guy.
You want a gutter guy who's going to look at you and go, you know what?
And care about your death.
My gutters are going to last longer than you old man.
But you guys have been out and about too, a little bit.
Yeah, well, I guess also the pool is the other side of it.
Yeah.
Is then, now that we've got the gutters and that done, then the pool guy's got to show up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's trying to juggle all of the trucks in the truck.
Right.
Because you got to tell the gutter guy, oh wait, you
can't come on this day.
The roof guy's going to be here, or the guy fixing the bathroom ceiling, which was accidentally damaged by the roof company.
Right.
Oh, and they did a fine job of replacing that bathroom ceiling.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Good.
But anyway, then the pool guys show up.
Because it's pool time.
And I can maybe open it a little early this year, but I had a couple of ideas in mind. First of all, I wanted to open it 2 months before my birthday, so that if I have a birthday party, I want the pool to be hot.
Right.
I want as much sun on that pool as possible.
Yeah.
So I want to give it 2 months of sunlight.
Getting warm.
And I had the trees taken down, remember?
Yeah.
The pine trees, which we'll talk about during the commercial for Steve's Tree Service. But so there's more sun on the pool. I'm excited. I can't wait to get it opened. And we had it running all winter on the with the chlorine for the first time in how many years have I lived there?
Ever.
Yeah, we used to always shut it down, and you put all these chemicals in it to
shut it down.
To keep it from freezing, whatever you put in, antifreeze chemicals, and you put all this other stuff. And then they open it up, and it's disgusting. It's so filthy anyway.
But you just
So the guy said to me, listen, you spent a lot of money last year on pool chemicals, and we had to drain the pool, and we had to acid wash the pool, and you had to buy all new water, fill it up again. So what if you just left it running? I mean, yeah, you could be paying a little bit in electricity to leave it running, and you have to put some chlorine in there. But in the long run, it might be a better deal for you. And it turns out it was.
Yay.
Because not only that, his bill for opening the pool was a couple $100 less because I didn't have to buy all those extra chemicals.
Yeah.
And the water was clean.
That's awesome.
That's the most important thing. So I'm excited about it, except that he forgot to put in the ladders.
Whoops.
And he forgot to empty the filter, one of the filters. So I'm like, it's all clogged up. I'm like, I had to call and make him come back. Which is frustrating to me when that happens. But we're getting, the pool's open, and then the next day, I'm out emceeing an award, an auction,
Yes.
a fundraiser auction for a school, well, it's where Jerry works.
Yeah.
They have their fundraiser, and they've asked me, Jerry, can you get your husband to MC it?
Of course he will. He loves to MC.
So I'm there. And this woman walks up to me, she's a stranger to me, she says, hello, I think you know my sister. I'm like, maybe.
Okay.
My sister is Jacine, and immediately, as soon as you say that, I'm like, now you can't unsee the family resemblance. They look like sisters.
Oh, wow.
So as soon as she said it to me, I'm like, well, of course you are.
Of course you're related to the person whom I know.
I can't unsee the connection. And Jacine is someone who, for whatever reason, we met when she used to live off Tazewell Pike. And we would occasionally go to their house and visit, and we would have them to our house occasionally. And then, as life changes, marriages change, situations
Life changes. Yeah.
She ends up buying a house on my street.
Oh, wow.
Not even realizing it until after she's bought the house, and then realizes this neighborhood is so familiar. So desperately familiar. And then she was good friends with my friend Todd, who was in Einstein Simplified. And one day the doorbell rings, and it's Todd and his wife, and Jacine and her new husband, and they're like, hello.
Hi,
what are you doing
neighbors.
here? And they're like, well,
Why are you in my house?
We walked up the street from our new house. I'm like, get out of here. So she lived there for several years and has since moved away. But now I have a friend in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
This is before I knew everybody.
Right.
This is when I don't know why, but I didn't talk to the neighbors very much. But now someone I already knew from before is my new neighbor. So I would call on her to take care of the pool when I go out of town.
Nice.
Say, hey, Jacine, I know this is gross, but do you mind coming and emptying the dead animals out of my pool basket?
I did that once.
Yeah.
When you guys were out of town.
Right, because I need someone you can trust who can do that.
Right.
And it's not some days it's nothing. Some days it's a few
Some days
leaves.
you just skim it.
Yeah. But once in a while recently I found a dead mouse, the first dead mouse of the season.
Oh.
But I got him early in the morning because he was still down the bottom. He hadn't bloated and floated yet.
Back up.
Yeah, so felt good to get him out. And I also saved a live salamander.
Oh, nice.
Which was good. But a lot of these things die from the chlorine, from drowning, from whatever, and you have to get them out of there. So, but Jacine would come over. And I said, you can swim. I think I told you this too.
You did, and I did.
You should. I enjoy having the pool. I keep it clean for a reason.
Yeah.
So I guess I get a message while we're traveling that there's been a slight accident at the pool.
Oh.
And she's like, but everything's okay. But we owe you a new diving board.
What? What? I'm sorry.
What?
Slight accident. We're going to have to buy you a new diving board.
Is what she said. That's what the message was. So I come home and I feel terrible about it because the diving board and the slide had been there since the pool was built, and they're not in great shape. The slide was under those pine trees that Steve removed.
Yeah.
So it's turned dark from the pine sap.
Yeah.
The diving board, apparently the bolts that were holding it into the ground had pretty much rusted.
Okay. Because you guys weren't using it. I
remember using it when Jerry's sisters and family came over early in our time there, and I remember people jumping off of it and having a lovely time. But I go in the pool and I swim laps. Really, that's what I do. I swim laps and I fart around and I'm like, I'm in the pool.
Yeah.
And I float. It's my happy spot.
Right.
It's the one place I can relax, sort of.
That's so awesome.
Well, but I'm also I want to pick every leaf out as it lands.
Right, God.
Kind of relaxed.
Relax as much as you can relax.
As much as I can relax. And so Jacine's sister has walked up to me last weekend at the fundraiser, looked me in the eye, I'm like, I recognize your face. And she says, my husband is the one who broke your diving board.
Oh, nice.
Like, what happened? Well, he dumped on it, and the rusted bolts gave way. So he jumps down. The diving board flips up.
Oh, God.
Follows him into the pool. And I said, look, I don't care about the diving board. I was more worried that your husband would have gotten hurt. Now, this is years have gone
later,
by,
right.
and they're laughing about it. And she thinks that the husband is afraid to meet me because I'll be angry.
That's hilarious.
So I start laughing about it. She makes him come over.
Oh,
and
you should have pretended to be mad. You should have pretended to be so mad.
So mad. Because they never bought me a new diving board. No, I decided that I had pool man come and I had him saw off the
bolts.
The diving board is gone. The slide is gone.
Okay,
I
well, that makes sense.
I had it all removed because it was just going to create more work in the long run anyway. I had to step over it to clean the pool.
And you weren't using it. It's fine.
Get out of here. So I'm telling the guy, don't worry about it. And I asked, how did it go? What was it like? And he says, I jumped down and the diving board just follows me in. I'm thinking, if it had banged him in the head.
Man, that's bad.
That would have been bad for me.
That would have been really bad for you.
I'm not going to pretend I'm mad at this point.
Right, but I totally would have pretended I was mad.
I'm scared that I would have had to, get him a new brain or something.
Broke your brain.
But anyway, he was relieved that I wasn't mad.
That's good.
But it was just a weird thing to find out when someone walks up to you at a nice little outdoor, posh little auction fundraiser, and says, "I'm the guy who broke, or my husband's the guy who broke your diving board. Let me make him come over here so you can embarrass him."
Hilarious.
So that's bad.
If you would like to remove trees that are in your way of your pool or of your house or that are maybe a danger, Steve's Tree Service are the people to call.
Oh yeah, the pool guy was quite impressed with your work, Steve, because there's so much more daylight now on the pool. It's so delightful, and he was saying, those pine needles are terrible.
They are.
The pool guy says, I hated those pine needles. I'm like, well, they're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone thanks to Steve and Renee.
And they're terribly acidic, so it just messes everything up.
They came over and they said, this is a tough job, but we're going to give you a good estimate. And I think I've told you before, they were the third estimate that I got, and they were the best deal, but they were fair. They weren't,
right, they weren't lowballing.
No. They gave me a fair price that was a little bit less than the others. So I still saved money with them, but I also knew that they weren't BSing me, that they would do a quality job, and they did, because they sent guys up there to tree
if you've
climbers.
seen any of the videos that we've posted, you can also go to their Facebook page and see the videos.
5-star rating on Facebook, they got it back.
Heck yeah, you can tell that they know what they're doing, and man, Renee she's beast. She's fun to watch.
Yeah. She usually does the estimates and plans, but she likes occasionally getting in there and getting her hand on getting the gloves on and getting her hand on the rope, and she likes to tug. It's like a tug of war. She likes to pull on those ropes while they're sawing it, so that when it falls and swings on
makes the tree go the right way.
Yeah, however they've rigged it.
Our friend Bruce, they did that with.
Yeah, good stuff.
They've been in business for over 20 years. They serve all of East Tennessee, Sevier, Knox, Anderson, Blount, Jefferson, all the places. So please give them a call. Check out their Facebook, Steve's Tree Service, and their phone number is 865-257-6214.
How come when we're at your house, you know the phone number, and when we're at my house?
Reverse. When I'm at your house, I know the phone number.
No, you're at your house and you knew the phone number.
No, I just read it.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just read the dabbling thing. So I have to tell you, at work, and this is just a quick little aside, at work, you know how we've been talking about one of our Seymour Smokies is going on a scenic helicopter tour?
I am looking forward to that.
I think I've worked up the nerve to actually get in the helicopter and fly.
Tell me more.
Because boyfriend lives very near work. When we're on the porch in the morning having coffee, the
helicopters fly over you?
But they fly over at the exact, precise same time every single morning.
Oh.
Because it's first flight, right? And so I've been watching them, and I watch the little circles. And at work, when I'm at Hatfield, I can see them. I think I've worked up enough nerve to go get on a helicopter.
Ooh, it's fun.
And I'm very scared about it. It scares me very much.
But you and I like heights.
I went on the Ferris wheel at the island the other night.
Yeah.
It was pouring rain while we were on it.
Seems an odd time to go, but it's an enclosure.
Right.
You're fully encased.
As long as we were moving, I was fine.
But it has to stop to let people on and off.
But as soon as it stops, and it stops for an exceptionally long period of time, my brain starts thinking about how the fire department's going to have to come and get me out, and I'm going to have to be dangling here forever and ever.
Oh.
And so there's something about a helicopter that I have to work myself into.
Okay.
It's not an exciting thing for me. It's a, oh, I hope I don't die thing for me.
Well, I used to tell stories on the old radio show about my brother-in-law, who's been dead for a few years. And he was just always the world's expert in everything, no matter what it was. He always wanted to know more than everybody else. And so he and I would occasionally, have... But I took him with me on a scenic helicopter ride because it was just kind of cool, because I had the upper hand.
Here's what I
wanted to, it was always a little bit of a competition.
Yeah.
And here he is, he's visiting our house for Easter, and I think it might have been Easter Sunday.
Oh, wow.
We got on the helicopter with Frank Jr. and brother-in-law, and we did scenic helicopter tours. And I, of course, I'm just like, look at me, I'm up here.
It stresses me out, but I'll do it. I think I worked
and
up
that's a safe ride. I also went on a daredevil ride in Los Angeles one time with the traffic reporter for KLOS.
Oh, see, I would totally do that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, because we buzzed the Hollywood sign.
Ooh.
You're welcome, Katja. We buzzed the Hollywood sign. We buzzed the beach down at Malibu.
See, that would be cool.
I mean, to the point where we're flying so low that the water's making waves from the helicopter wash.
Ooh, it's scary, but cool.
He was showing off, yeah.
But like that whole Sevier County thing, there's just stuff everywhere. There's just everywhere.
Well, that'll be good times.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that our friends at Sweet Fanny Adams have now, as of
last
week, it was April 30th, they finally moved out. They spent all of 4 months, January, February, March, April, selling, cleaning, removing the seats, and now as of May 1st, the new tenant is starting to settle in there.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be retail shops. It's going to be some shops. It's very weird. It's very,
Did you go in?
No.
Just saw the picture.
I did. I was working. They actually had the very, very last night. They actually had a little get-together, but I was at work, so...
I saw some of the pictures and videos.
Yeah.
It's funny, because that same night, or that same weekend, I guess, May 1st, I went to visit some of the old Sweet Fanny Adams costumes.
Oh, because they live on.
They do.
That gives me happy.
Jess Majors Rankin, who is the theater teacher for Catholic High School, bought a bunch of the costumes and used them for their production of 42nd Street.
Yeah, they had all the suits in there and stuff.
Yeah, and some of the... Now, so I wondered if you would recognize any of the showgirl costumes. But they must have... Because the story is about a young ingenue who barely gets into the chorus line, and then through a series of happenstances is the most talented one and has to take over the lead in the show.
Right.
So I thought it was...
literally happened to me before.
Well, the girl who played Peggy Lawler is, of all the people at the Catholic High drama program, there's a lot of juniors and seniors, obviously, in this. It's a musical, it's hard. Well, a freshman comes along as the ingenue, gets the part.
That's awesome.
And I am friends with her mother, Kristen Farley.
Oh, I see.
So, and my wife knows most of these kids.
And I don't mean I see that she got the role because I mean I see because I know.
Why would I attend this production?
Right. Yes.
But I actually knew 3 of the students in the show because I know their parents. And my wife knew most of the cast.
Of course.
Because she works in the school system where a lot of these kids went through 1st through 8th grade.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, well, there's Mrs. Valderrama. Let's hi. So my wife's all about it.
Wilmer Valderrama. I went to school with him.
The same one?
Yeah.
From that 70s show?
Yeah.
He's from around here?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's related to these...
I don't know if he's from around here, but he went to school.
I wonder if he's related to these other Valderramas
know.
who are in the theater program at Catholic High.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, anyway, I'm a little worried about our batteries.
But here's the thing. We'll be fine.
So... the play was good. They're stretching. It's a bit of an ambitious production because they had to rent out a space down at the convention center while their new theater is being built.
Which is awesome.
So, frankly, their new theater needs to have more lights and more excitement and more things. But they went ahead and did this because they knew they were saying, we're making a statement.
Right.
We're going to do a tap dancing musical.
That's awesome.
So I'm talking to Kristen Farley and said, well, congratulations on your daughter getting the lead as a freshman. Because clearly the person who gets that part is whoever's the best dancer. The plot of the show is the best dancer is this character, and she always outdances everybody multiple times during the performance. And Kristen Farley says to me, She's never taken a dance lesson in her life. I said, you got to be kidding me. She said, no.
What?
She was so determined that during lockdown, during quarantine, and this is, I guess,
She taught her
the time between maybe 8th grade and whenever these auditions were, they had announced we're going to be doing 42nd Street in the spring.
Right, last year.
So Madison is her name. Went in the garage, and I guess got the YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
And she said for months, taught herself to tap dance in the garage by herself.
That is amazing.
And Kristen Farley's like, well, okay, good for you. Good luck. So Madison goes to the audition
and gets cast.
And outdances everybody and gets the part. And I mean, she had it. She
so awesome.
Nailed it.
Dude, those are my favorite things is I think that when you teach yourself and you're so determined, that's when you really shine, is when you whether you teach yourself or you go get
determination is what was the key, is whether she had determined to go get lessons, but because of the lockdown and the quarantine and the way their family situation was, that the lessons were not available to her.
Right, I was going to say there are no lessons.
So her only option was to learn how to tap dance before this audition.
That's perfect.
So she taught herself. And I mean, she was good.
That's awesome.
In the course of the drama, the character is nervous and fumbly.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when she's singing 42nd Street, it's funny because it's only been half an hour since she was bumbly fumbly, and now she's got every little you know what the hands. You can tell when the hands are on point, and everything is just boom.
Yeah, never
boom,
do that though.
What? What is that?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Well, how would you do it?
I don't know.
If you were tap dancing and singing 42nd Street and there was hand movements.
I would have to do it. I've been clogging a lot lately, so.
Well, whatever it was. I was very proud of them. Very proud of the cast. And I'm just excited for them.
And you got to visit old costumes.
And I got to see my friend Farley.
Yeah.
Who was there. And then
Did you see my friend Jess?
Yes, we talked to Jess.
Hi, Jess, I love you.
And her friend Laura was the assistant director.
Hi, Laura, love you too.
Our friend Father Chris Michelson, who is the builder.
Yeah.
He's when there's a big construction project in the Catholics that have to happen, Father Chris, he comes in. He's like, "Yep,
got it.
This time next year they're going to have their new auditorium. It's going to be good. Well, I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to oversee it."
I am currently determined to finish this episode before our batteries die.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're good. We hit it.
We talked long enough.
We did.
Well, thanks a lot for watching, listening, subscribing, especially on YouTube. Our YouTube subscriptions have gone up a couple of notches, and we appreciate that. We could use a few more, of course.
Just keep them coming.
And the same thing with the audio podcast apps. And the same thing with Audible Trial. If you want to go check out Audible, listen to all sorts of great spoken word entertainment, audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank gets you a free 30-day trial. And then at the end of that time, you can decide to keep it or not. But you do get a free download to keep forever during that first 30 days. So don't forget to do it. Make sure you download it.
And keep it forever.
Well, you don't have any choice, really. I mean, it's not going to erase itself.
You can delete it.
Well, that'd be silly.
But no, you should keep it forever as a memento.
That's exciting.
Okay, bye.
Bye.